Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another awesome, interesting, amazing AD2L cast with myself, Sequoia, Legion, and Maniac. Guys, you guys ready for some Dota action? Uh-oh.
Is water wet?
Oh, I was just saying, do they not hear me? All right, well, let's get the draft pulled up here in a sec. All right, so let's talk about, oh my gosh, they didn't ban Ricky because they picked Ricky. So just so everyone knows who's listening, we are following Lemon Snow Cones through their AD2L runs. So we've been following them most weeks. So we're fairly knowledgeable about them, and they usually always ban the Slark and the Ricky. And unfortunately, we didn't take the bet with Legion if they were going to ban him because me and Maniac would have won $1. Unfortunately, so.
Dire team ban.
Yeah, it was a bet well not taken.
So what do you think they picked Ricky this time instead of banned him? Is it something they saw? Maybe like I don't know, Ricky and Shadow Shaman, I'm assuming, are both the supports. So you pick your supports up at first. You're kind of showing your support hand, but man, you can be pretty flexible with those two.
Yeah, I think that it's just kind of
Their strength thing, so they think Rikimaru is really strong, so they're going to ban him first phase and they're going to pick him. I don't know if I necessarily agree, but if that's something that you're not comfortable playing against and you think is really good, then hey, it's worth the ban. So.
And Lemon Snowcones has their full lineup tonight, right? Mad Dog, I think we've seen before. Ziggity, we've seen before. I know Aegis Warren, we've seen before. Tar's the captain, and then Sheepy, I'm pretty sure was here last week, right?
No, I think Sheepy's been gone for a while, and he actually plays a lot of roaming heroes like Bounty Hunter Marana, so he's probably the Ricky in this lineup, that might be the reason that they've picked up the Rikimaru is because Sheepy's here, and so they don't need to ban it out because they've got somebody to play that roaming hero.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. All right. So on the other side, we got the Marana and the Ogre, and how do you feel about Ogre these days? I don't know. I'm a little torn on him.
I think Ogre is the same old battle tank that we have come to
know and despise in our pubs. Like, he's so high armor, he can just run at heroes. He's not going to really care about the Rikimaru that much. He's not going to care about the Shadow Shaman that much because you're not going to be able to kill him in the duration that you have for those skills. So I think he's actually a pretty good support here. He is kind of limited in his skill set offensively, but after probably the first 10 minutes. But I think he's an all-around pretty good support.
I just know he's one of my least favorite supports to play, so I was hoping maybe you would say that he's not very good, so I'd never have to worry about playing him in Captain's Mode, but...
No. I don't think that you have to worry about that. I don't know that he's as good as he was, and I think there are probably other options that are better, but I do think that for what he is, which is kind of that zoning support, he's pretty good still. And since I don't think is Train Protector's not in the lineup yet.
No, he's not. They're not in Captain's Mode yet.
Once he gets in there, he immediately leapfrogs Ogre Magi for that like tanky support that can kind of zone.
I love Tree so much right now. I think they're gonna.
So stupid.
I think they're gonna nerf his first cloak ability, but I still think he's even with the nerf, he's gonna be very strong still. Shadow Shaman. Let's talk a little bit about Shadow Shaman. I know he's picked up first round. It's been a little bit. I want to talk about him. I haven't actually seen him at all in pubs. I haven't seen him. I mean, there hasn't been a lot of games, professional games, but ESL was on. Didn't see him at all there. So, what do you think of the Shadow Shaman?
This is just another Lemon Snow Cones thing. I think that Aegis Warren maybe likes to play this hero. He fits really well in pushing lineups, which, having that offensive lineup is really good in this patch. He pairs well with Luna. He's a good support hero to have for the Ricky too, because honestly, he doesn't really need items. Like some of the items, like Blink Dagger, is like a good convenience.
Oh man,
it's always nice to see a Pudge.
I really like Pudge right now. I am terrible with him, so I won't play him. But I think what he can bring to you, as more of a support. I don't think he's as good as a mid hero as he used to be. But I think he's a very, very, very strong support. However, I always say that with the giant asterisk, it depends on your hooks. If you land hooks and land your targets and you fit it into your plan, he's very good. If
Oh, yeah.
that
I mean,
doesn't
he's
happen,
like Mirana, right?
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
if you don't land
totally.
your skill shots, then you're
Dire
not gonna have a
team
good game.
pick.
And then we have wow. So core Ricky or core Shadow Shaman, or I guess we could do core Venge
It
too.
could be core Venge too. I would say it's probably like an off-lane Ricky at this point, and then you have the Shadow Shaman Vengeful support
10
combo.
seconds
So
remaining.
maybe even do like a safe lane Ricky and then like off-lane tri-lane.
5
I don't
seconds
know. Like
remaining.
with the ogre and the pudge, they don't really. Oh god.
Radiant
Going
team
full
back.
tank.
So we got a team that wants to hit and run, kind of what it looks like. You know, definitely kind of a hit and run lineup, and then you have a team that wants to push. So very kind of almost opposing strategies from both
And
teams.
You don't want to push.
seconds
Like
remaining.
you really don't want to push into this lineup. Like Underlord, Pudge, Ogre to
5
tank
seconds
everything.
remaining.
You've got the magic damage from the Ogre, the Mirana, and the Underlord.
Dire team
If they can
back.
get like a right-clicking physical DPS carry here, I think they're gonna be really good. Juggernaut, I think, would fit real well with this Kirby squad.
Well, and like if you think about it, they're able to engage and disengage is
Dire team
extremely high. Not only do they have Pudge and Ogre, which can slow or potentially pull people out of combat, you have the Murata ult to give you potential escape, and the Underlord ult with also potential escape. You also, on the flip side, have initiation
10
on pretty much
seconds
all those
remaining.
abilities too. So that is, I really like the draft on Kirby Squad, to
5
be honest.
seconds remaining.
Yeah, and honestly, I kind of like Lemon Snow Cones as well. It'll be
Reserve
interesting to see what
time.
they go with this last pick here. If they do pick an off-laner, or if they decide to pick a mid-hero here. They could do something kind of clowny and do like a mid-Vengeful or a mid-Luna. I would be a little hesitant to see that. Like,
They do have the Tinker's been banned. What else does Tar? Tar plays a little bit of everything. You
Sniper.
can see some Dusa here. I think Dusa is actually a pretty decent pick.
Yeah, I like the Dusa quite a bit. If they do get heavily initiated on, Dusa has a way to reset the fight. I don't think a mid Naga would do well. She's also got that resetting ability as well. We haven't seen Tar play Naga, but that's another. I think they really need an ult that can help reset fights,
10
because I
seconds
think the
remaining.
initiation is going to be a little bit stronger on Dota. I keep
5
calling it Dota
seconds
Kirby, but
remaining.
Kirby Squad. Ooh,
And there's that right-click
Radiant
physical
team.
DPS that I was talking about.
I do really like that draft. Ooh, man, that's scary. So now the lineup on Kirby Squad set in. You got, I think, a pretty good draft still in Lemon Snow Cone. What would you wrap it up to give you the best chances of success?
10 seconds remaining.
You need something that can cut through some of the raw
5
HP that
seconds
we've got
remaining.
here. Something that's going to probably pick up an MKB or some kind of MKB carrier for
Reserve
the PA.
time.
Probably a BKB carrier. I think Juggernaut might be decent here, actually. And the L Legion Commander, I'm biased, but I think Legion Commander might be a pretty decent pickup as well.
I could see them going Dusa because they did do that Dusa Luna combo last week.
Yeah,
and it's really strong, especially with the Venjora.
Yeah, I like Dusa quite a bit. I'm not sure, LC, if you could get a really, really good laning phase and start accelerating off your ults, but boy, they got tanky heroes. Like, there's a lot of heroes you don't want to ult. I mean, eventually you can totally ult the Ogre, and the Moran will be a nice ult
your target would
but,
be the Mirana and the PA.
Yeah.
Once she starts maxing Blur, but that's probably not going to happen until later in the game. Usually you're going to max that Dagger, you're going to get like one level of Blur, and then max the Blink Strike afterwards. It just depends on how hard her laning stage is, though. If her laning stage is really easy.
Wow, and that is
you
not
use the
someone
Dagger.
we picked at all. What do you think of the Lena? That seems a little high risk, high reward if I kind of interpret that pick well.
I want to say that it's a hero that maybe Tar likes. I'm not entirely sure. It's probably more of a comfort pick than anything. It does give some burst damage, which is nice. They're relying a lot on magic DPS, though. I wonder if PA and Mirana get BKBs. I wonder how effective that lineup is actually going to be.
All right, everybody. Here's game one of Lemon Snow Cones versus Kirby Squad. Looks like what we got on the dire here. What we got for items? Let's pull up the item. Let's see what we got. Oh man, they forgot they changed that. That is not the same. That does not tell me item. Where is it in the scoreboard? It's not on mine.
It should be.
F5 pulls it up.
Yep.
Ah, there we go. Thank you, sir. I was like, what the heck? No smokes. We do got a wind lace on Murata. So it looks like probably not a lot. No? That was no... Oh, there is a sentry up on Ogre. So they might try to see if they can bait the Ricky up here. So I think he's probably going to go for it. Ogre is up here. Sentry's in his backpack, though, so it will take him some time to pull that out. They do have 3 heroes up there, though. If he catches that Ricky out and the Pudge gets a hook, that might be a dead Ricky. Nothing yet.
The ward oh, okay, it was the Venge just placed a ward, kind of to the right of the lane there.
The battle begins.
Oh, looks like Sheepy's going to be our offlane hero, and he's just going to pick up that easy ward, not worry about it. The advantage there, though, is Ogre is also going top lane, and he's got sentries, so they will likely be able to pick those off. I don't see any reveal on the side of the Radiant, so those sentries will be going uncontested for at least a couple minutes.
Potentially an unfortunate place for that observer too, because that's right where Pudge is going to want to hook somebody. So if he hooks somebody over and they drop a sentry there, they're going to get potentially a hero and a ward too.
Ooh,
but right now they can see him standing there, so it's working now. So it's probably paid for itself already. On the bottom lane, you've got also another kind of defensive observer ward there set up by Joy Thief.
Sentry goes out. They see Ricky.
He's going to have a pretty good time down there, honestly. I don't think there's a whole lot that the Lemon Snowcone safe lane can do to harass the Underlord out of lane.
No, not with Shadow Shaman. I mean, he just doesn't hit very hard. A solid 60 damage with the Underlord's 4 armor, and then the aura starting to stack up. He isn't going to do anything against him.
Oh, and they're going to go on Ogre here, throw a magic missile and some right clicks, but it's not going to do anything because he's Ogre and he's tanky.
Oof. Like Sheepy actually took more damage than the Ogre did out of that.
And then, I mean, that's the problem with the Ogre leaning against the Ogre, right? Is that he can just kind of take that forever and doesn't really care. Like, he's got a base regen of 4 right now, so he's got good regen. He can eat tangos. He's not even caring about it right now.
And how's his mid lane looking? I don't have any stats up yet. Let's pull those up and take a look at some last hits. So Lena's actually top of the CS board, 9-4, right behind the Luna, 6-5. So beyond
like
that,
I said, this must just be a tar hero, like somebody that he feels comfortable playing. Which in a lot of these games, that's probably the most important thing. Not necessarily if you have a great matchup, but do you feel comfortable with the hero? Can you win a lane with the hero? And you know, if you can, then pick it.
yeah, I agree. Especially in these tournaments that we are, these league plays that we see kind of in the lower level, the 3K, 4K, 5K. There's a lot of said to be a hero that can even play. It's maybe not the best hero, but you have a lot of comfort on. There's definitely something for that.
And they tried to go on Joy Thief here at the bottom here. He's going to take actually a lot of damage. He's pretty low, but he's going to get double roots off because of the Pit of Malice, and he's fine. So actually, he's going to get a triple because Luna walks right back into it. So he's the power of this hero. Honestly, if he would have gotten another level in Atrophy Aura, he wouldn't even taken like that much damage. Like,
Oh, it's crazy. That sentries are so close to each other, but they don't see each other. Oh my gosh, that's just...
literally on the edge there.
That's crazy. And then
Tar is just destroying this mid lane. He's up 15-4 to 0-1 right now.
Oh my gosh, I didn't notice where the Mirana was. Oh.
Yeah, Murano was invis and got a arrow on Ziggity on the bottom lane, but nothing comes of it. Pings out that there's a bounty rune still sitting there. Honestly, at this point, you might as well just go get that because you're missing out on all this CS anyway.
How's this PA doing? PA is 12-4. Really on right next to Luna right now. The only exception is that Lena is just kind of skyrocketing out of control. 19 CS with under 4 minutes. Like, that's a... As a mid goes, that's about as good a start as you can ask for. Oh, Tar's barely going to miss an arrow down at mid lane.
And the bottom, Joy Thief's going to use that bottom shrine. My only question for Lemon Snowcones at this point is, I'm kind of questioning why Aegis Warren is still top lane. Like, they're getting zoned out pretty hard here. Both heroes are going to kind of just soaking ranged experience, so I think that he could probably just go mid or go bottom. And
Oh,
get
we
some
have
stun, and
a
as I say
looks
that,
we have an
supports are
ambush on
rotating.
mid.
Ogre's
Sees
gonna
the
walk
ogre.
right into Tar, throws out the stun, takes a bunch of damage himself. Now
Arrow's
Pudge is
out.
here, throws another stun, avoids the arrow. He's probably fine.
Oh, nice
Pulls out the
illusion
illusion.
dodge. Got our support rotated in. Venge is now here. Drops a ward, and I
And-
think the supports are going to leave now.
That's a dire ward. So who placed that? Ooh. I don't know. That's weird. It says it's dire.
Yeah, I think Ogre placed it.
I didn't see Ogre placing anything. It looked like the illusion was there and it got placed, and I was just So now the supports are back up top. They see Sheepy. He's in the range of the sentry. Oh, but just walks out of it.
Ooh. Not Pudge knew those creeps were probably going to get in the way of his hook, so he didn't even try flinging it. So
I
it
don't know
looks
that
like
we've actually seen him attempt to hook yet, have we?
I have not. No.
I don't think he's thrown one yet.
Oh, and that's 3 for 3 of Andy missing first bloods. I almost had that one. I saw it right in the corner, and then as soon as I panned over, you saw Marana falling down. So at least I continue the tradition of missing those, so that's always exciting. And Lena is just skyrocketing on this mid lane. Now 27 and 4. And first blood. So let's look at
Marana really needs to pick up some raindrops, help herself out here.
Yeah, I think raindrops is absolutely imperative. Otherwise, he's gonna. Well, that's a mana boots already on Lena over here. What do you think about the mana boots? Why do you think you went mana boots and something less offensive like a phase boots? Or yeah, phase boots.
It's just a hold off item to get to the Aether Lens. You know, it's just that in between. Gives you some mana sustain, so you can throw out spells. You can stack up Fiery Soul, and then eventually you'll get rid of it and get your Aether Lens anyways, and then you can pick up Phase Boots or Boots of Travel or whatever.
Okay.
You don't really need the right-click damage right now. He's just throwing out 79 damage per right-click, so I mean that's not a problem. And it does look like Tar's building more of a spellcaster build because he only has 1 point in Fiery Soul.
And Lena does pick up one bounty rune. Ricky's gonna go on this ogre here, but he accidentally hits the creep.
was trying to get
Oh
that,
no! I think the Venge is not. I don't think Aegis Warren's gonna make it out of this one. Nope.
Ooh, saved that for a while. Just wanted to give him the illusion that he was going to get away there, because that stun was off cooldown for a good couple seconds there.
That's what I was wondering too. I was trying to click on it, but I wasn't focused enough.
I almost wonder if he just thought they could kill him before the TP went off anyway, and then was just like, I better not chance it.
Yeah. I'm not sure if they actually would have. I think that was the right call though. Try for that TP out because he was totally caught out. He wasn't getting away.
Yeah, and that's why I wonder why they even have Venge up here. Like, I think she could be accomplishing things in the other lanes that she's not really doing anything in the top lane.
Looks like Pudge
Taking
is gonna.
experience away from Ricky.
Looks like Pudge wants to go up on Lena here. Set up for a hook. Hang out in the forest here. Let's see if we can.
They do need to give Blackheart some help here because so far it is not going well for that Marana.
And that tower is getting awfully low already. Evo 4 is really wanting to go up there, but he knows that even in the night, he's not going to be able to get in range. And I think Lena's just going to back up, take a swig off her mana
She'll
boots,
get
get
a
a bounty rune, fill the bottle.
Maybe pick up the bottom rune if she's lucky. So I mean, this is probably the most bloodless game that we've had in AD2L so far. 8 minutes and only 2 kills. Both teams pretty much content to kind of sit back and farm for the moment, which I don't know. Once you hit that 10-12 mark, you think that probably Lemon Snowcones is going to want to start pushing after they get the 6 on the Shaman and start picking up some glaives on the Luna. Scan comes out here on the Vengeful. They do see that she is there, but there's a Radiant Observer Ward, so they're not going to really get in position to do anything with that. Now Ogre is going to rotate up by Tar. Tar, though, senses a disturbance in the Dota, drops Arcane Boots, going to bottle up a little bit. Maybe Crow? Yep, looks like Battle Crow is going to happen here.
PA's gonna... Oh, almost has the Ricky top. Missed him by 1 hit.
Oof. Yeah, he's kind of getting bullied too. He's only level 5 at 8 minutes, so that Venge is really taking up a lot of his experience. The Venge is at almost level 5 though, so I guess that's one good thing is your supports are up. The bad news is the Venge is so poor Venge still hasn't even hit 1,000 net worth, so very poor support even for 9 minutes in.
And maybe that's kind of the plan, is like we don't want to tri-lane because we want to get Shaman 6, and so we'll split it up. And even though, you know, the Venge might not do a whole lot right now, her level 6 ult isn't that good anyway, so I mean it's okay, but the range on it is just not.
And Shadow Shaman, now you say that, Shadow Shaman is like 1 creep away from level 6, so that might have actually been the plan. I wonder how the Underlord will fare against those wards.
He should be okay. He only has 2 levels in Atrophy Aura, so he's going more farming build. He's being pretty greedy here. He's got 4 points in Firestorm, and he's got Mana Boots. He's going to rack up some net worth, but as we say that, he's getting kind of wrapped on here. Aegisborn is down in this bottom lane now. He throws out the Pit of Malice. He's going to kill... Is he going to kill Ziggity? He is, and actually Ziggity wastes the ult, so stun comes out here on the Underlord, but he's just going to casually walk away there. Tar picks up a kill on the Pudge in the mid lane, but Ziggity, a little bit of a rare misplay coming out from him. He's been farming up a storm, tries to use the ult after getting caught by the Underlord. And
so I missed the getting caught. When I went down there, it was right before he ulted. What caught him out there? Ricky's getting gun on top lane. He actually brings PA very, very low.
Tower is under attack.
I don't know if it was so much that he got caught, but he was trying to farm and be greedy. And here's an arrow onto the Shadow Shaman, another kill for Joy Thief. And now Ziggity might go down too as the Pit of Malice comes still sitting there. That changed the Pit of Malice where it has a 12-second duration, really helping out Kirby there. As for the second time, I don't think it was so much that Ziggity was low. It was just a really good use of the Pit of Malice to zone him out, not allow him to be able to retreat back into that tower. Just picks up 2 kills because of it.
So
as well as the laning phase went for LSE and especially Tar, things are starting to kind of shape up for Kirby.
So it looks like these support, or actually it's the 2 cores and the support. They've shrined up and they're going to head mid.
Middle tower is under
Have a
attack.
pretty good ward, giving them vision of there. This Underlord is getting pretty scary though. Ooh, Max.
Yeah, he's going to have mech in about 350 gold. So they're going to have so much sustain, and the team that we didn't really think of as a pushing lineup is going to be able to, like, death ball 5-man, take some fights and some towers here pretty shortly.
And the PA did go phase boots into the Blightstones, so she's going to have some good pushing ability, actually.
And
Kirby had to ult
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Sheepy had to ult again up there top lane, Ricky Maru, and barely survives. PA still at full health. The Luna's got decent farm, sitting slightly under the PA. However, almost 1,000 net worth difference between her and the off-lane Underlord. That is not a situation you want to be in 12 minutes in. Ooh.
Underlord is actually out farming his carry. Like, that's how good this hero is right now, and that's why I wonder if they would have been better served to have the extra support down here to try to get kills on him. This hero is just crazy. He's able to reduce damage by 40%. He gains damage for having things die around him. He's got crazy nuke damage, really good zoning and crowd control, and then he's got escape ability. Like, this hero is just all around very, very good, and I think that you need to focus a lot of resources on making sure that he's not getting what he needs.
Yeah, and he's going to be pretty high level as well, which is going to cause problems, I think. His abilities scale.
They want to push. Trying to push into this hero is ridiculously hard.
Yeah, and the mech is now online once he gets the courier, so that's gonna be a tough thing to go into.
And he immediately picks AC as his next items coming in here. Arrow comes in, is gonna connect with the Vengeful Spirit along.
Oh, that'll be a double blast.
That is a dead Mirana. Mistake.
Oh, nice dodge from Tar there. Dodges the hook, dodges the arrow, gets a double kill. I don't think he's gonna get Pudge, but oh my gosh, and then Underlord dies. Someone's rotating mid. Looks like the PA wants to come in and fight. Maybe get... Oh my gosh! Is he gonna get it? He does! Tar re-engages, hits the light strike array. He's gonna get the blast off. Oh, it's gonna be so close. Can he get a crit? Can he get a crit? Oh, look at the hook and takes Tar out. Tar is back to the well. That's a double kill for PA, taking away Tar's 4-kill streak ending, giving him a 566 bounty.
And that's 1,000 gold just for killing the Lena and the Vengeful Spirit right there. Like, that's a crazy bounty for this early in the game. Tar had a beautiful 2-man stun to set up the turnaround there. Mirana, being a little bit overly ambitious, leaped right on top of her ally, got stunned in the bargain. They both died for it. And it took 2 more heroes to come in and get the kills that they wanted.
Uh-oh. Looks like the Underlord wants to go on Mad Dog. He's going to get arrowed and knocked out with another Pit of Malice. Easy kill for Joy Thief. And looks like they're going to Mirana ult.
Sheepy actually gets the tower, ults to get away from the Pudge, goes invisible, and then 2 hits later kills the Pudge. So picking up things.
Looks like we're going to do some scouting, and Sheepy's just going to walk right past the invisible Mirana here. Going to come up back on the Underlord here.
So neither team opting to really group a whole lot still. Underlord is here.
Oh, Mad Dog, I don't think you want to be there, even with that stun. You're going to be in big trouble, my friend. He's going to run, gets double pit mouth, throws down the ult. That is some commitment here. Ogre comes in on the back line, runs towards Mad Dog. Aegis Worm beams in. Here comes Sheepy. He's looking for the Ogre, but that Ogre's like, I don't care. I am so tanky. Here comes the swap. Oh, man. Underlord brings him back in the wards. Oh, man. Mad Dog comes out. Sheepy gets the finish off with the... What is that? Oh, I always forget his tricks of the trade. That was a little... He's a tanky hero, but those wards still hurt. Like, you have to respect those wards, otherwise you'll get punished. And the added DPS from the tricks of the trade finished him off. What's interesting is Ziggy came top, and apparently he threw his ult a little while ago. I didn't see that, so his ult just came off cooldown. And now they threw another sentry down there for the
like they're going to get this Ogre down
Oh,
here.
and they picked off the Ogre. Where was the Ogre sitting there? Looks like Radiant wants to start pushing. I think this tier 1 tower is going to be in big trouble. But the Dire...
Oh, a nice arrow. And
oh, wow, no kidding. Here comes the stun of Mirana. Blaze down the Laguna Blade. Goodbye. And now, what are they going to... They back off. Here comes the Underlord. Throws down the Pit of Malice, but is a whiff.
That was a really nice arrow from the Mirana, but she needed to just... As soon as that hit, she needed to back up or either leap over the cliff there. She walked right into the remaining heroes. All she needed...
Tar wants to fight. Light Strike away. Comes down. Blasts down the Underlord. PA just annihilates Tar, though. That crit just puts the pain on him. Aegis Worm is on the run. Ogre is quite a ways away. I think he'll get away with that. There is an Observer Warrior here, so they know where he is. Looks like TP supports are coming. That Observer Ward is going to spot that out. Mad Dog comes in 22 seconds till the ult. Ogre's going to wrap around on the backside. Just kind of hang out. Where's he going? Just hang out. Nuke comes out from Mad Dog. And looks like Pudge is finally going to get this tier 1 tower top.
Radiant structures are
And
fortified.
they both know, like, Shadow Shaman's pinging that, oh, somebody's back there. Ogre's pinging, oh, somebody's back there.
I don't know that either of them are going to be able to do a whole lot. Oh, the wards actually come out here from Mad Dog, so opting to throw out the wards to try to defend this tower. Throws a sheep onto the creep on accident. Pit of Malice is going to catch him. Now 2 TPs coming out to try to defend this as well. Tar, as well as Aegis Worm. So they do come in. And meanwhile, in the top lane here, we have the Pudge running away from Sheepy. He's going to walk right into a sentry ward now. He's got the ult. What does he want to do with it? The dagger comes out. Arrow misses. Pudge is still running around here. I'm not sure what he was doing here, but
oh, tries to go for the leap, but doesn't get out. And we have some damage going on this bottom lane. Looks like Ogre got picked off.
On Joy Thief. He's just walking away, but...
A little bit of miscommunication up here on the... Oh, but I don't think it matters. Another stun comes in, and Tar lays down the pain with that DPS. That goes down the Joy Thief, and the tier 1 tower for the Radiant falls as well.
Those just have so much disabled. 2.5 seconds on the Lena. You've got 8.5 on the Shadow Shaman, and 1.5 on the Vengeful Spirit there. So, I mean, you've got 10, 12 seconds of disable. Underlord, even as tanky as he is not going to be able to stand up to that.
And this is crazy. So, PA has Des. Oh my gosh, just lays down. PA's going to go up on Ziggity, though. Big trouble for him. Sheepy goes back into counter-initiate, but man, that PA, like I was going to say before the fight, has Desolator up online and just was eating that tower and then just laid into that Luna, and she didn't care about that, the few hits left from that ultimate.
And she has picked up Lena's worst nightmare as well, so she's going to have some protection there with the raindrops, and I'm sure BKB is pretty soon in the offering. Yeah, she's got it queued up right now. She's looking about 2,300 gold away from it. Once she gets that, it's going to add some damage, tankability, and that magic immunity. It's going to be really good for her. And now Ogre is going to run right into Tar. He's going to get Yuled up into the air here. Stun's going to come out. Joy Thief, Hit of Malice comes out here as the nuke does follow. Nice fog of war dodge there. Tar walks just out of range of the Ogre Stun. Now he's going to get Ogre Stun because he walked in a little bit too close. Mad Dog's trying to wrap around to help out his mid player. They're going to be here. The stun comes out on
Nice
the Underlord.
stun.
Then a nice double stun comes out. Ziggity's here as well now. Ogre's going to drop here. The wards are going to drop as well. Joy Thief's running away. He's tanky as heck, but he's now hexed up. A stun does miss, but the nice lucent beam followed by the...
Oh no, Mad Dog's in trouble.
Blackheart, what are you doing, Blackheart? He's going to pick up a kill here. He's going to throw out the ult.
Oh!
Strike from PA. Destroy.
Oh, Ziggity,
Tar.
you're in deep trouble now, man. Oh, he dodges the hook.
And a nice little cloud, so now PA may be in trouble.
Radiant's
Ricky going to
middle
jump
tower
in on the
is
Mirana,
under
and now
attack.
she's in trouble. The ult does come out. Tricks of the trade, saving the Ricky Mara for the moment. Now PA is going to come up here, gets the nice crit. Can he get another one? He wants to kill Ziggity. He does.
I don't think he
Now
can
she
take him out.
gets-
He's gonna have to be careful. PA turns around. That Desolator is just gonna eat into that Ricky Mara. Ricky Mara's almost out of mana as well. Not gonna provide any clouds. Ogre comes back in bottom. Still 2 raindrops on Ogre. And it looks like he's going to back away. And here comes back PA. Sheepy wants more. He's still low on mana. Throws down the magic missile. Going to start laying down the pain. But the dodge, the dodge, the dodge! Oh, will he get another one? Another more dodges! Oh my god, there were so many evasions on that. Oh, that
There were
freaking
7
evasion.
kills in that little sequence there in the scoreboard. Like, that was a pretty crazy little routine, and it's really back and forth still. The PA, though, 6-0-5 at the moment. So this game is within 1,000 XP, 1,000 gold. Super close, but PA is just wrecking. Ogre now is used up, stunned twice. Pudges here, throws out a hook. It's not going to connect. This is a dead tier 1 tower. The top lane, Underlord is in position to potentially trade a tier 2 for that tier 1. See if they're going to do that. PA is going to TP in here. Ricky's going to scout that out. Pudge is roaming around here. Arrow comes out. It is going to connect with the Shadow Shaman. Now is there going to be any hook or follow-up after that?
Underlord's
Underlord's
coming
TPing
in.
He wants to do this. Stuns are going to come out. Blackheart is stunned down. The ult comes out from Ziggity. It's destroying PA. It gets 2 kills there. The Pit of Malice not going to be enough there. The mech not going off in time. Now the mech's going to come off as he comes down, but now it's too late for him too. The dust comes out from the Ogre, but he just walked into probably his death as well. Underlord's dead. 3 down from the swap comes out now here. Aegisworn wanting to get this kill. Throws out the Scream. They don't have a stun yet. 5 seconds on the Yules, 3 seconds on the stun from Tar. He's going to run to the shrine. Maybe not the best use of the shrine here, as you're still going to die. So double kill for Sheepy there. 4 dead for the Dire. Blackheart barely getting away with 300 HP, and LSE trying to take control of this game.
Ooh, the only solace for that, this is a crazy game. Boy, did it start off slow. What do we have? 8 minutes in and only 2 kills, and now it's 22 minutes in and we have almost 40 kills. So, game's really picking up. These teams are just back and forth, left and right. Quick look at the net worth chart. I'm just kind of curious on what we have. So, Lena's top of it, PA follows, then, man, it is a dang close game. These net worth charts, slight advantage for LC, only 4K, which is pretty good considering it's 20 minutes in, but not a huge advantage on either team.
Yeah, and where are you kind of seeing the differences on the supports? Maybe not between the Shadow Shaman and Pudge necessarily, but the Venge and the Ogre. It seemed like Ogre was having a much better game than the Vengeful Spirit, but she's sitting about 1,000 gold ahead of him, so it's pretty nice. It could also be, I wonder if he's been buying a lot of, it looks like he's been buying a lot of wards, so sometimes those net worth calculations are a little off.
Arrow comes in. These arrows have really been on point, too. I don't know if he's hitting the targets he wants, but he's hitting some really good targets, and it's starting some good fights for the PA to come in on.
Yeah,
PA does have BKB now, so that is going to be a pretty big differentiator. He will no longer fear that Luna as much as probably necessarily before. Luna does pick up a Helm of Dominator and then the Morbid Mask, so do you think that's a Mask of Madness coming up on the Luna?
Yeah, it could be a Satanic as well. It's a nice item to have with the 300 gold.
We do have a smoke up on the Dire.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Ooh, that's a ward drop on top lane. They're gonna wrap around on these two. These two supports are probably not gonna survive this. Here comes the PA.
The dagger and the arrow. Oh, there's a nice arrow. Shadow Shaman's gonna throw out some shackles, gonna get hooked for his troubles. And
Dire's bottom tower
2
is
supports
under
down.
attack.
There's good damage on this tower coming out here, though. It gets pinged. It's not gonna kill it, but it gets it down under a quarter HP. So that's honestly probably a good value trade right there. 2 supports for most of that tier 2. Not terrible.
No, it did give the Ogre a little bit of much-needed net worth, but as I say that, Ogre is caught down here near this bounty rune, and Tar lights him up like a freaking Christmas tree. Oh my gosh.
My bounty rune.
Didn't let him have the bounty rune, didn't let him do anything, just lights that.
Tar's actually picking up Aghanims now, so went kind of greedy with the Bloodstone because he's been
Radiant's
picking up a
middle
lot
tower
of
is
kills.
under attack.
Now the PA has BKB. It's time to
Double TPs on mid lane, gets the tower. TPs are a little slow because of the Tar doesn't get there in time, so unable to get the Yules on the Mirana, but Mirana had the leap, so I'm not sure it would have mattered unless that was a perfect timing.
I think they probably should have just pushed the top lane with that. There was no way you were going to get TP'd to that lane in time to do anything about saving the tower, and you're not going to get the kill either just because of the length of those TPs.
So Mirana gets her Agnums up, so she's got Phase Boot Agnums just picked up. Do quick item inventory over here. What else we got?
And you know, Axe pickup here is pretty
Radiant's
standard. It's a
bottom
little
tower
odd
is
that she
under
went to
attack.
30 attack speed with it, though. Like, usually you would think that 30 attack speed would go some right-click damage, but she doesn't
Oh,
really
that's
have
interesting.
that right now.
Yeah, I
So
wasn't
unless she's
I
gonna
wasn't
pick up
really
the 40 damage on the tree. She could pick up 40 damage here. It's probably more valuable than 8 armor in this particular game, just because there's so much magic damage. And it looks like she's actually gonna go Hurricane Pike next, so not gonna get a BKB. I think that's kind of a mistake, just with the pure magic output from all of the heroes on LSC. But
the only thing I can think of is she's just thinking, yeah, I can get with those. I can probably get away from the
Yules
Luna.
and the stun. Oh, leaps out of the stun. Actually, maybe going to be able to get away.
Actually
from this.
misses the
Aegis
dragons.
was not ready for that as well. Now here's Ziggity though. Going to throw out a nice Lucian beam here. Here's a stun coming out. All those come out from Rana, but no, dead. Blackheart being way too aggressive here, way too greedy, trying to come for these enemy runes, and that's something that the Mirana has done multiple times in this game.
And here comes the
now they're
smoke
gonna
up on the
smoke
Radiant.
themselves. They're going to end up walking right up this ramp here, right into the Dire, so it's going to break soon. Ricky's going to jump in here onto the Ogre Magi. Going to get stunned. Hook comes out for the Ogre to save him. Dust does come out now. Ogre's going to walk away with very little health. But
Oh,
Tar picks
that-
up a nice kill on Pudge, and then Underlord's going to get wrecked by Ziggity's ult. So
Whoa.
the Eclipse there doing some mega damage, and this is a tier 2 tower easily.
So got a pause up from the Dire. Looks like PA's having some problems, so we'll take a quick break. Let's just kind of potato computer. I don't know why that always makes me laugh. So let's just take a quick look at all of our items here. So I just kind of want to see what everyone's going. So it looks like the Ricky Mario picked up an Echo Saber. That seems like a pretty good item for Ricky. Helps him keep him in the slow with the slow coming out from that dual attack. Plus you get the double attack with the back strike. Looks like. You think Mad Dog's rushing the refresher? Is that what he's doing for the support Shadow Shaman?
Yeah. Yeah, and, like it's in his inventory, his quick buy right now for the refresher. So, and it's pretty common among some of these pub games is to see that. I like the Blink Dagger first more. Just helps with kind of the setup and stuff like that. Maybe they're feeling that they don't really need that. I also think that the Aghanims buff on Shadow Shaman is better now. Better than.
Why don't you explain that for people like me who don't know what that is yet?
Okay, so if I understand it correctly, it basically gives each ward like a split attack. So you essentially get 2 sets of wards through having 1 set of wards. And I'm not entirely sure if I'm explaining it 100%.
Okay, I haven't seen that yet, so I was kind of curious. I know I read about it, but I'm just such a visual person. Even if I read about things, I have problems seeing it in my head until I actually see it in the game.
Yeah, I haven't seen it bought yet either, but I just think that the way that they reworked it sounds like
it's going to keep
So I guess the
So-
good news is this tower's almost dead because of those wards earlier, so they are going to get it. Considering they had to push that, if that tower would have had much more health, I don't know if they would have actually gotten that tower. So, or that earlier kill, we were saying that was probably worth it. I do think it was probably worth it in the long run for sure.
Yeah, so the way that Aghanims is described is that there is an extra.
Mirana's in
projectile.
trouble. Smoke screen comes out. It's that lays down. Oh my gosh, that's a cop PA too. Oh my gosh, that's PA and Mirana down. Do they have buyback? Oh,
PA does.
PA does. Mirana does not.
And didn't get off the BKB either, so. And PA just seems to be having some connection issues, so maybe that was what gave them that kill. Yes, AOL. So yeah, the way that the Dota 2 wiki describes it is that it causes the wards to perform an instant attack as well as an extra projectile. So both projectiles are released at the same time, and they travel at the same speed. So they basically get double attacks. So it's like having two sets of wards, except the enemy team can't farm two sets of wards. So I think that Aghanims is probably overall better. You don't get the regen, but you get a lot of stats, you get a lot of mana, health, and then you basically get the same attack damage.
So I will say, good sportsmanship from both teams. Just very, very good friendly banter on that. So back into the game here. We're going uphill.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Looks like we're gonna get probably some decent chip damage. Ricky kind of in a little deep there. Uses the siege creep to get back in there. Good old Cardi.
Radiant's top tower
So we
is
got-
under attack.
I was very dead regardless. Good friendly banter.
nice
Ogre
little
gets
coming out here
Ogre
from
gets
the
caught
Ogre.
out. Throws down with the light straight away and the smoke screen. Good root from the Underlord. Ricky comes in, finishes him off. Pudge tries to come in, but the tricks of trade do come out. Underlord provides the mech's help though, gives the Pudge a little bit extra health.
Radiant's middle
Those
tower
wards
is
are
under
going
attack.
at it, just beating down those wards, giving some really good frontline support. Here comes the creep though. He gets hit with the Mirana arrow. Oh, hook from Pudge, gets Mad Dog, lights him up, deletes. Here, oh, but I think he's gonna pay for it with his life. Oh, he's invisible with the Mirana ult, gonna get away. Pit of Malice gives him a little bit more retreat power. Tower is down though, and I believe the Radiant are probably gonna back out at that point. Their base is, yep, they're all TPing out.
That was a good push there. It gets the tier 3. Mad Dog does die for it, but if you're just going to lose the Shadow Shaman, you're probably happy with that push. And in the meantime, they can kind of back up a little bit, take some of these exterior towers. There's still 3 of them left, as well as the 2 shrines. So not a lot of pressure for LSC, but it is starting to mount for Kirby, as they are now behind 10k experience and 7,500 net worth.
Dire's middle tower
Ooh,
is
so
under attack.
right now, Phantom Assassin has 1460 for HP. The Laguna Blade is now pure, pierces spell immunity, and hits for 850. Over half of her health. Oof. They're gonna
I mean,
have to.
that still brings up the problem is if she gets her BKB off, they're still going to have to hit her for another 700 damage. And I don't know, Ziggity's right click
Dire's top
is
tower
it's
is
doing
under
pretty good
attack.
actually, with the Alpha Wolf especially wandering around. So they're going to rely on some hopefully non-misses
Dire's
and
top tower
Ziggity's
has
right click
fallen.
there.
So why do you think the PA is going for the MKB? Because there's no evasion on Lemon Snow Cones
Well,
right now.
the Ricky's cloud provides.
I guess
some
there's a
evasion,
cloud.
Yeah. Ricky's actually been doing a really good job on using that to protect heroes coming down from the Yules. So the Yules goes up, Smoke Cloud comes underneath it, and then not only can they not cast, they're having problems hitting, which for the PA is pretty much death unless she wants to burn a BKB.
LSC is not satisfied with this tower, has pinged for everybody to gather up. They've got smoke onto their captain, and at the same time, Pudge is going to pick up a smoke of his own. So they're both going to gather at these tier 2s in the Dire off, or the Dire safe lane, Radiant off lane. They're going to go for each other. Looks like.
This is when we pretend we have split vision and we can watch both teams.
Well, it looks like Pudge's smoke actually is going to get picked up now, so it looks like the Dire want to do this, but actually PA is going to wander right into the Radiant Heroes here. Here's Sheepy. He's going to walk in first. He actually runs into the PA, then auto attacks the Alpha Wolf, gets clouded up, shackled, and then is going to die. 70 seconds on the sideline, no buyback for the PA, and that is this tier 2 tower and probably the mid
Radiant's
one as
bottom
well.
tower is under attack.
Maybe some shrines, or they could go uphill if they wanted to, but the safe play is probably just to take the 2 exterior towers and then the shrines.
And Sheepy's giving him some good scouting over here.
Radiant's bottom
Ooh,
tower.
And
excuse
Blackheart
me.
does. Honestly, this Mirana needs to just keep doing what she's doing, like that split push. There's no defending that tower. You
Dyer's
might as
top
well
tower
take
is
something
under attack.
while that's going on.
Joythy
Instead,
being very,
kind of
very
rotate
brave
up.
out there. Oh man, his
The
eye.
Ricky Mario by himself can't do anything, and he knows that they don't have blink daggers. So, level 2 swap is really the only danger.
Man, Underlord's item progression has just ceased. I saw him grab a plate mail. I don't know how long it was. Quite a while though.
Here's another
And here
heal
comes the
coming up
light
here.
strike.
This
Time to
one's
start it
gonna
up. Pudge throws down the hook, and that Underlord's just gonna get annihilated. Pudge is gonna soon follow. Ogre force-staffs himself out, but man, that is likely a very dead tier 3 and probably a Rax, and man, that could easily be game right there. PA is back. Here comes the arrow, gonna miss everybody. What's the PA gonna do? Throws down a shackle. They light up the Ogre too. Now it's a 2 versus, so we have 2 cores against the entire LSC lineup, and they're gonna back out with no casualties and no pursuit from the Dire.
Yeah, this is looking more and more like it's just kind of over. LSC is in their element with this push lineup right now, and Kirby kind of played their way out of contention in this game, I feel. They had a pretty rough early game. Tar kind of ran all over them, then they kind of evened it out, and then ever since then it seems like Tar is just going to put this team on his back and rumbled straight on. He's sitting at 18k net worth, 5k over the
Radiant's
Luna,
bottom tower is under attack.
having
Dyer's
himself
middle
a heck of
tower
a game.
is under attack.
Yeah, he did very well in his mid. I wasn't sure just because I haven't seen a lot of Lena this patch, but he proved the hero can be pretty good for sure. And looks like they're gonna
Radiant's
shove it up
bottom
mid.
tower is
I
under
don't.
attack.
The Dire are gonna have to do something at this point. Do you just attempt high ground, or what do you think is the best strategy for the Dire?
Yeah, I think that you don't really have much of a choice. Smoke or try to grab something. PA's that standing right next to the Ricky Mara doesn't know about it, but gonna get scattered out here. Bit of Malice does come out. We'll defend it. Here comes the
Here
Yule
comes
and
the old
Light
light
Strike.
strike down. Oh, and gets a nice force staff off. PA takes a Laguna Blade to the face. Lights up her BKB. Gonna go back in on the Ricky. Ricky, nope, ult's out of there. Ricky's still alive. Coming back out of the ult in just a second. Sheepy is out of there. Pudge gets hexed up, gets him up. Oh man, there goes the ages on the Ricky though. He's totally fine. Marana gets swapped back into, and oh man, nice hook from Pudge. Gets Sheepy, but they don't have any detection. Oh, here comes the Dust and the Sentry. Oh, now the Sheepy is now dead. Wards do come down in this top lane. Luna's going to get a couple blasts off on that tower. That tower is just falling like mad, though. Pit of Malice comes out, root it up, get a nice force staff back on Luna, get her out of there. That tower, those wards just did a lot of work, though. That tower is sitting at 420 HP and doesn't have much left. Luna's going to come back and get, oh man, those glaives just beating on PA from half the freaking map away.
Yeah, and that fight could have gone so much better for LSC2. If you see the problem with leading with the Laguna Blade, right? Is that you lead with that Laguna Blade and then PA just BKBs, walks away with full, like, half health, and then just turns on your team, instantly gets the Aegis kill, almost picks up more, almost picked up Tara's kill, honestly. So they're just going to kind of be safe now. They've got the tier 2s. They're going to go for shrines. Mad Dog's off on his own here. He is being really mad right now. Has used the refresher. PA is going to come out here. Oh my god. One click. You've got the dagger plus the blink strike just erases Mad Dog.
So they do get the top shrine or the bottom shrine, but they do not get the top shrine. Was Mad Dog just hitting on that shrine waiting for his teammates, or what was he doing up there?
Just thinking to split push it. I thought maybe he'd drop the ult there since he had used the refresher orb, but
Instead was just trying to right-click it away, but you're a support and that thing's got a million armor. You're going to do no damage to it.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a mistake there, but I think LC's still got this game pretty well in hand. I think it's their game to lose, that's for sure. So I think Kirby...
I think it's been their game to lose for for quite a while now.
But we'll see what Kirby has left. They still have a really good lineup, and it's definitely definitely has some good high ground defense, and they have some good team fight. I think it's unfortunately going to be all about that PA. If that PA dies, I don't think they'll output the amount of damage that they need to actually take a successful fight. But looks like they want to smoke up and see if they can get a kill with the PA taking the front line. What's the BKB timer at? Looks like we got a 9-second BKB, so only one timer. Sheepy reveals himself. Sheepy's in really bad situation. Dust comes out. Manta's out. Root's up. Oh, man. They have... Oh, Tricks of the Trade come out. They got a sentry down. Just going to take the Tricks of the Trade, get another Root off. Sheepy just lights up to the... Oh, my gosh. 1,300 crit. Just brutal. They are going to have to TP back home, though, because here comes Tar. Tar doesn't get the... I thought he was going to get the Yules off on Killjoy, but doesn't... Or Joy Thief. I called him Killjoy. I don't know why. Gets off, but PA is now on the front line again, and really freaking scary at nighttime, and they do not have any vision up there. So here comes the Yules. Mirana, oh, nice Force Staff. Was that hers? Yeah, that was her Hurricane. But oh, Swap comes out on the Venge, but his teammates weren't ready for it. Aegis Worm gets out of there, but ooh, a little bit, I thought that was a little bit of a mistake, but it ended up working out in the end.
Kind of a lack of communication right there, not really saying that, hey, I'm going to swap this guy. Just kind of taking that initiative, and nobody's really expecting it. So, slight misplay, but nothing that they can't recover from.
And now I think we go back into here some farming. I'm guessing they're going to wait for Sheepy to come back online, and then probably try to head bottom.
And honestly, they're not really in a hurry. They're so far ahead of this game that the one way that you lose this game is to just throw away kills. So be patient, play as a team, and then go in there.
We got the two supports here at mid.
Open up towards the mid lane here. That's probably a good place to push. You do have the tower up there, so it's a good target for the double set of wards. And it looks to be where Mirana is kind of pushing her way down.
Man, just not a lot of item progression on the side of the Dire. They're just pretty poor right now. MKB does get finished up on the PA, and she's definitely getting quite a bit of tankiness on top of it. Does opt for the +10 stats instead of the attack speed. What do you think about that? For attack, it seems like attack speed's something you want on the PA, but the +10 stats gives you a little bit of the attack speed and some health.
I think, yeah, at this point, you're just worried about...
Tar just... What is Tar doing? Just mans up in the middle of the team. PA's going to go on and just lights him up. Not really sure what was going on there. PA is now lit up on... BKB comes out on him, though. PA now, BKB expended. Going to start getting the beat down of his life. Evasions do come out, but he just can't fight. Tar buys... Oh, did he just... No, he didn't have to buy back. That was for the Bloodstone charges. Nice arrow from the Mirana, but it's not going to matter. Tar is on the hunt. He wants that Mirana. PA buyback comes out. Hook comes out from Unpudge, but whiffs there. And now it looks like we're going to probably rotate mid and start heading up that lane. All the ults are online from... Oh, I guess Laguna Blade's not on, but here pretty soon. Only 27 seconds out. Tricks of the Trade is like had no cooldown. The Shadow Shaman did die in that, so no wards. At this point, do you want to wait for the Shadow Shaman, or do you think it's worth going uphill? Looks like they... I don't know what they're going to do.
No, you're just going to back up here. You don't want to waste all of Tar's Bloodstone charges, and you don't want to give them anything more than they've already gotten. So you're just going to back up and wait for the Shadow Shaman to come back on. A little bit aggressive there. Again, it seemed like kind of a miscommunication where the team went one way and Tar went the other way. So he Yules up the target, and they thought, oh, we'll just go for this guy. And he kind of dove a little bit further, hoping to get the PA, but not going to happen as she is able to BKB up and just murder her.
Man, I don't think I've seen Lena's talent tree yet. Wow, is it good. Dang. That's crazy. So,
yeah, it's decent. I don't know that I would say that it's like overwhelmingly good, but
what would you do? The Fiery Soul stacks, or do you think you'd go the -4 seconds on the Dragon Slave?
In this case, you're probably going to go -4 seconds in the Dragon Slave just because the mana pool that you've built up and you're building her more as that caster and not as much as the right click hero. I mean, she still has 326 right click walking around with his Alpha Wolf and Vengeful Spirit. Um, so, I mean, you could go +1 Fiery Soul stacks. It would be pretty good. I think that being able to cast faster and just maintain the stacks is probably better.
We have a GG push coming in from the Dire.
And we've got a
They
wrap
wrap
here.
around. I don't think Tar sees it. Tar, it's gone on. Oh no! The hook from the PA grabs the PA, brings her back. Pudge is now a very dead man. Goes on Tar, gets Laguna Bladed, gets brought down, but does take out Tar in the process. However, PA is down for 104 seconds, and Tar's back up in 25 seconds, and I believe he has Boots of Travel. One wards was expired in that, but guess what? The refresher's online, and here comes another one. Ogre does have buyback, but this Underlord isn't going to be around to see him. Pudge does buyback, but now it's the Marana Pudge in the Ogre versus the World, and I think this is going to be a good game. Mad Dog does get hooked, but he does live. Yeah, he's gonna. Oh, he doesn't get away, but Ricky does come in, and here comes TP's in back from the Radiant. Lena's back. Tar's back with vengeance. Just lays down on the Underlord. And the Underlord looks like he's going to get away for a little bit. Sheepy might go in. Is he going to tower dive? Yes, he is. Oh, Tricks of the Trade comes out, knocks out the Underlord, takes out the Mirana, and PA is going to DC on because his computer's a potato, according to them. But I think that's, yep, GG and out.
What a punk.
And I think that's a good game.
So, where do we think that it went
Radiant's
wrong,
middle
boys?
tower is under attack. Victory.
I think it was the Pudge. They didn't really use him for much. He didn't hit very many hooks. They needed someone that they could have sent mid probably to help out the Mirana, so that he could have kind of progressed better. Wouldn't have got shut down in lane.
What do you think,
Yeah,
Legion?
I think that the skill shots heroes, the benefit of skill shot heroes is they can make ridiculous plays, and the downfall of skill shot heroes is kind of what we saw in this game, is when you don't land those things, or when you land them incorrectly, like we saw in that last fight. Like, I don't think it really mattered at that point, but those skill shots can be game losing as much as they can be game winning. So I think some slight misplays there. Also, I just feel that maybe Murana was a little bit overly aggressive at times, and that the Underlord kind of suffered from the same thing. So maybe just a little bit of over eagerness on the part of Kirby, and just kind of, I felt like they misplayed their way out of that just as much as Lemon Snowcones executed their game plan fairly well and won the early game, struggled in the mid game a little bit, but then was able to kind of gather it up and execute the push like they wanted to.
I couldn't say it any better than that. I think you guys had a pretty good synopsis there. So we're already in the lobby of Game 2. So I'm going to put some mute on and let you guys just kind of hang out. And we will be back with Game 2 very, very soon. Stay with us. Okay, everyone, we got game 2 up and running. The draft is up, so I'm going to bring my pals Maniac and Legion 170 in. Guys, you guys ready for some game 2 action?
Hell yeah.
Always.
So I will say, I just got the best message on Windows ever that said my updates have been installed, and we're not going to reboot, but we will later. So hopefully I don't just disappear and Twitch crashes and all of everything I have set up here just dies. So if I suddenly go away, odds are I am no longer in the cast.
And since you're running camera, Twitch will just go away, and if that happens, then you would have to go in game. But
We're just
hopefully
going to hope
things
for the
don't
best. Hopefully that does not happen. But let's stop talking about how lovely Windows 10 is and move to the draft. So, Lemon Snow Cones does ban the Slark and the Omni. That was what they banned last time, right?
It was.
It was.
The bans are exactly the same. Ricky pick up first here. A little bit surprising to me. I didn't really feel that Ricky had a huge presence in that game, but still opting to pick it up.
The one thing I'll say about the Ricky, though, is I don't think his presence was felt in the laning phase. In fact, I think his laning phase was slightly weak. But once that Yule Scepter came up, the Yule's Ricky combo was very effective in getting some kills in the mid game. And so I wonder if they're just going to go for something more of a setup, like they'll Yules into him. I would imagine not Alina again, but we'll kind of see here. However, our good friend Necrophos is up on the side of the Kirby squad.
Yeah, Necrophos has been seeing a huge rise in gameplay and in win rate ever since 7.0 and 7.01. And then you pick up a hero that has had a distinct drop in play there with the Slardar Maniac. Why do you think Slardar has fallen off so hard?
I'm not really sure.
You're our resident
did he-
offlane player.
I don't really know the changes he had, other than his new face.
And I don't think there really were any new changes to him. It just seems like he's been very ineffective in pubs and pro games lately.
It almost seems to me that, like, just because of the way that the game plays more of a snowballing lineup, and Slardar has to have a couple items before he can have that happen, and usually the snowball on the other team's already going at that point. I could be wrong, but that just is something kind of I was noticing when I was thinking about it.
Yeah, it just seems like he's one of those heroes that needs a blink dagger and then he's good, like to just kind of run around and get kills and set things up. But maybe it's just being able to get that Slardar. I also think that in pro scene, part of the reason that you've seen him fall off is because teams have been using him as that kind of pivot pick to where he's either an offlaner or a support. And I think that some of that decline in win rate could be potentially contributed to the fact that he's being relegated to a support role and not getting the blink dagger at the timing that he normally does.
I just really think that a blink dagger is absolutely essential from him. His sprint's super nice, but I almost see it as like a chasing ability to set up for the blink dagger. Yeah, I don't think it's ever going to get you into a phase where you can just smack, maybe in the laning phase, but not much after that.
And especially against like the Ricky and the Anti-Mage, where you need to instantly leap onto the Anti-Mage to crush him, and you need to use the sprint to keep up with the Ricky so that you can make sure to keep your what is it? The
Say it right.
corrosive haze up on him.
I was gonna say, what are you gonna say? Is he gonna say amplify damage or corrosive haze? And I loved how you used the voice because it's exactly what I would have done.
And so Kirby, in the meantime, is taking out the Invoker and the Axe, which are both interesting bans there. And then LSC taking out Sniper Weaver for themselves. So kind of limiting this mid pool a bit here. Lena is still available. I don't know if you want to go back to back with that, but it is still there.
10 seconds.
One thing I will say is I think Lana'd be pretty good against the Necro.
Yeah, you could just throw those magic abilities onto him when he tries to use his Ghost Shroud, and that extra amp is just going to destroy him with that.
Yeah, actually.
Lemon Snow Cones does enjoy the OD, so that could potentially be a decent pick here.
Yeah, an OD actually would have about the same effect, right? He does the Shroud, either imprison him or lay down the ult, depending on the situation. boy, this game just looks a
Radiant
lot of
team
familiar on the side of the limited snow cones. Picks up the Shadow Shaman. Pretty decent Shadow Shaman play last game. Couple interesting positional moves from him throughout the game, but I felt that just the mass amount of stuns they had
10
helped really
seconds
secure that.
remaining.
Some of the early kills that they got on the bottom lane after Underlord
5
had such an
seconds
amazing
remaining.
start.
Yeah, and here's the point for if you're Kirby squad where you're like, well, is
Reserve
this Ricky
time.
an offlane Ricky again, or is it going to be a support? Because you don't really know, and that's kind of the one benefit I think to taking that Ricky early is that you're not 100% certain what he's going to do. So they could pick up some more stun, or they could just pick up more damage here. So Limit Snow Cones is pretty open in what they need to do. While Kirby squad, they have most likely their offlaner, they have their mid hero.
Queen.
Oh, they're gonna mix
Okay,
it up
so carry
as
necro
as you
phase.
say that. So we're gonna go with carry necro. Queen of Pain versus a Lena will definitely change. So I don't think they want the Lena anymore. I think OD is definitely still viable. I don't think the Lena is anymore.
10 seconds remaining.
My only issue with this is we saw
5
mid
seconds
we saw
remaining.
carry Necrophos rather last week, and man, did it not work out very well. So
Reserve time.
I'm a little questioning that decision to send Necro, who's not a hugely farming hero, into that safe lane. Especially when you're gonna have to end this early now because you have the anti-mage on the other side. Necrophos is not going to scale nearly as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, your timing window, especially with the Slardar as your off lane, and even honestly the Queen of Pain is going to be, what, 30, 35 minutes probably, somewhere around there. Like, I mean, start probably having your items come online the 22 to 23 mark, and then that's about when you're going to want to start doing. You'll be effective until the cores and then on the other side get their next items, which is probably about the 34 mark.
So LSC taking a lot of time here, and yeah, picking up the Ancient Emperor. Dang it, I was just
Radiant
a little
team
too
back.
too late on that. Aegis Warren AA is one of his top heroes, top plate heroes. Comfort support pick there, and it does mean that Sheepy will take that Ricky Morrow into the off lane again. So generating some
10
team
seconds
fights.
remaining.
Pretty good balance. I think the OD is okay here
5
for LSC,
seconds remaining.
but at the same time, it does give them a lot of magic damage. So Silencer
Dire
actually the
team
ban
ban.
for Kirby.
That must have been something they see in Tar's Dota buff or something like that. I'm a little surprised on that
Or
ban.
it's just you want to make sure that the Necro and the Queen of Pain and the Disruptor can all get their ults off, because right now your team fight is basically centered
10
around 3
seconds
casters
remaining.
and a Slardar stun. So you don't really have that right click
5 seconds
damage,
remaining.
which is a problem they had kind of in the last game as well.
I guess the big advantage they probably have
Reserve
is they can
time.
expect dual lane or a tri-lane bottom, so a solo lane Ricky. So they have a potential of being able
Well,
to.
last game they didn't.
I just really think Ancient Apparition is just so weak in a dual lane. I mean, you can still run it, but boy, that's gonna go from a pretty secure lane to a
Dire
pretty
team
non-secure lane. Slardar could even potentially grab a solo kill up on AA if he gets in an unfortunate situation.
I think if you see the AA go in a dual lane, he'll probably go with the Ricky and just kind of hang back and gather as much experience as he can without trying to die.
10
And then
seconds
just
remaining.
the Shadow Shaman will do a better job of providing catch for the anti-mage and some
5
protection
seconds
if they
remaining.
need that. The Ancient Apparition isn't going to contribute to a tri-lane really either. So maybe just getting
Reserve
to
time.
6 as quickly as possible, and then just try to start taking fights after that.
That is one advantage of the bounty runes there, that you can maybe let the AA have that bounty room top to kind of keep some farm and experience going his way throughout the laning phase.
And Tar does like the Viper too, and I think that is actually a fairly valid pick in this game. It would add some additional tank, some additional right click, somebody
10
that can really
seconds
soak up
remaining.
some of these spells. He's a natural BKB carrier.
5
so
seconds remaining.
Could check a lot of boxes if they want to do it.
At your
But they're
service.
actually going to pick Wind Ranger up.
Radiant
I
team
like that against the Queen. The lockdown's really solid. A little bit susceptible to the Slardar if they can kill you in that time or lay down the Disruptor alt. It's also susceptible to Disruptor's Glimpse, but pretty decent against the Queen of
10
Pain in the
seconds
in the
remaining.
mid. Queen of Pain does have that dagger that she can throw on Wind Ranger that
5
causes quite a bit of
seconds
frame. So yeah, I think it's a decent pick.
I think the lane is going to be very, very hard for the Wind Ranger. Actually, I think that Queen of Pain in most scenarios is going to dominate that lane.
And they pick up a PA to finish it off. So where's that? Is that an offlane Necro?
Support Necro, offlane.
Prepare for battle.
So Joy Thief hasn't picked up items yet. He does pick up offlane items, so it will be an offlane slot. Our Blackheart has the Queen of Pain. So yeah, looks like we've got support Necro.
Well,
Or is it support PA?
man, I don't know. I can't remember the players
Let's see.
100%.
SA51. No, it is actually carry PA. So support Necro.
Okay. Yeah, the wards just got picked up. Very interesting. All right, well, that changes things up a little bit. So, based on now we know where all the positions are, who has a stronger draft here?
I think I like LSCs, even though I'm not crazy
30
about the Windrunner
seconds to
pick.
battle.
These are all comfort heroes that fit really well into what they like to do, which is kind of just win the early game, and then gather up and push and fight. And Anti-Mage is a good hero to do that. He provides solutions to a lot of these heroes, especially once he gets BKB. Kirby is going to have to execute their game plan very well. Slaughter's going to have to get this blink. Sheepy wants to snipe this rune, and they actually have sentries, but
The
Necro hasn't
battle
placed one yet.
begins.
And
Yeah, it's really hard to do that, especially if you're like the PA and you get on that position and just kind of spam click that. And actually, the Dire got 3.
they did.
Oh no, they didn't. I just,
Oh yeah, okay.
You're the colorblind one. I don't know why I can't see colors.
Well,
Okay, so like I said, Aegis Warren here in the off lane for the Ancient Apparition, just going to kind of soak up XP. Joy Thief is going to be joined in the off lane by the Necro this time, so kind of dual off lane with these kind of semi-cores.
Disruptor kind of got his butt kicked by that Ricky there. Oh my gosh.
Well, and the Necro was the one that has the sentries, so Necro has gone top, but the Ricky Maro is still bottom, so maybe some miscommunication there as Motar has taken away his team's vision.
Yeah, that's a little unfortunate. That's going to be a pretty... This Ricky's just going to run rampant down here. Ah, this is going to be a really hard lane without those sentries. Like, I don't think there's much they can do about it. I mean, every time he gets anywhere near the lane, AA is going to give him a couple shots, potentially a Ricky pop a couple shots, and he's not getting much last hits either. It's both last hit
the
counter.
nice thing about this is that the Ricky early fade times are really long, so they can throw daggers, they can get lightning strikes and do damage to him. Now, if he gets another point or two into that, then that's where you're gonna have problems.
So let's
the mid
see.
lane here, Tar is denying up a storm. 6 denies so far, 7 denies now. Just really getting this lane into there. He doesn't have much CS for himself, but denying it from Blackheart as well, and denying the experience. So he's got almost a half a level already on this Queen of Pain, and we're only 2 minutes into the game.
Be careful, Tar. Your courier is being a little... Oh, Blackheart wasn't quite in position and blinking on that.
You blink in on that.
You're
it's
dead. Yeah, it's death, yeah.
Yeah, stun here up on the top lane as Necro got a little bit far in, tried to throw out a heal. And he's doing a pretty good job of harassing Ziggity, who's sitting at about half health, but at the top of the net worth charts at 1 down the bottom lane now. The Disruptor is going to die. That tries to throw up the defensive gate, but not able to get away from the Ancient Apparition and the Ricky Maro.
Hey guys, guess what?
You missed first blood?
No, I caught that one. Oh, AD2L first! Oh, Sequoia got a first blood. So proud. Oh, but I did miss that one.
Tar picks up a nice kill in the mid lane there as
I thought they were gonna go on the Ricky there, but I picked wrong there. I was on the mid lane, but that's okay. So it's a nice kill by Tar there. Ooh, this AM is doing pretty well. 12-1 on the CS charts, pretty significantly above everybody else. Oh, double sentry grab.
They switched the supports. The Kirby squad switched the Necro to bottom and the Disruptor to top.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Give some more sustain up there. The Necro's not nearly as squishy. At the same time, though, if this Disruptor gets caught out and shackled, he's definitely going to die.
So they do have a sentry so they can see Ricky now, but there's not much they can really do about it. He is pretty low. Maybe if they get a nuke and a dagger? Nope. Oh, man, that Fade, though, like, gets out of that sentry and those daggers don't hit him anymore. Like, that's... He is taking a ton of damage, though. He does have a magic wand, though, so he's going to get a lot of health back up from that. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought Mad Dog was going in there. Not quite, though.
Ziggity pinged out for it. He wanted to, but then the lightning strike came out, and he's just too low right now. I think if they go for this, they're going to get turned on. Mad Dog's sitting at the tower. Now stun comes out from Ziggity. Ziggity's going to blink back, and the shackles are going to stop any chance for a chase there. Lightning strike going to get the anti-mage down to about 60 health, and he's going to have to go back to the base or to the shrine.
A lot of action up on those top and bottom lanes. It's hard to tell which one's actually going to do anything there.
Everybody's pretty even so far. A lot of focus on denying coming out from the Dire, which is a good way to try to get those level advantages, which you really want here. Shaman getting some nice experience in the solo lane. You know, that's the one benefit for Ziggity having to go back is the Shaman gets closer and closer to level 6.
Oh, here comes back the anti-mage on top lane. I was thinking Disruptor would actually potentially glimpse him back, but he was way too far, so a little bit unfortunate for him. That would have been a nice play, making the anti-mage waste more time. Those little plays kind of really do step up after a while. So unfortunately, I think we have a problem probably with the PA again. Oh, no, it's just Disruptor this time.
Disruptor DC. It's one of those auto pauses after drop, which is a really nice competitive feature.
Yeah, I definitely agree. It wasn't me. That's a win. The Martian. Progress? Where he grew potatoes. Oh, I see where he went there. And it all got blown away. Aw. Dope potatoes. I kind of like that name. Alright, back in the game now. Nice short little pause. Not too bad. So what we got?
Everybody's just, again, kind of content with being slow. Nice shackle comes out here. Now Tar's going to throw out the elbow. Blackheart just blinks away. It will probably force the bottle here. And actually, there's another rune going to spawn, so could definitely be worse. Doesn't need to use the shrine even. Just go pick up a nice bounty rune. In the meantime, Tar is going to head towards this bottom rune and hoping to find something maybe. Oh, pinged out here. They do see him walking up because of the 2 observer wards. And so nothing's going to come of it. Some wasted time here from Tar, which Blackheart, go to the mid lane and farm, dude. You have the chance to, but instead he's going to go pick up the bounty rune. No, he already had. I don't know what he's doing. So both mids just kind of wasting time.
Ooh, Sheepy got just drilled with a dagger, but PA's not going to quite go on him quite yet. Actually pretty close in all the net worth. There's a 400 discrepancy between the cores. Like that's pretty close. Like especially for
it is only 6 minutes still, so
for a 2-kill advantage, I'm a little surprised. That's all there is. Both teams doing really well at farming right now. We're gonna get some chip damage on this Dire tier 1. A couple more pot shots from the Moltar.
Blackheart blinks right into power shot.
Moltar, you are very deep, my friend. It's just are assuming Ricky's low, so he's not gonna go in on you.
Hasn't actually picked up point in Ghost Shroud yet.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised he was that far deep without Ghost Shroud. I actually looked up the name of that ability so I could say it this week instead of saying Ghost Scepter, except it's an ability like last week. I'm not sure I'm ever going to... Oh, man, Blackheart just gets annihilated by a Tar nuke, but going to bottle up and he'll be okay. Tar opting not to pursue that one.
Yeah, once again, this mid lane though much better than the last game. In the last game, not only was Tar getting denies and kills, he was getting CS and like everything was going really well. This game is much closer. Tar does have a kill and 10 denies, but the CS is much closer. So it's a much better start for Blackheart, who's going to rotate top here, pick up an enemy bounty rune, which is something he tried to do a lot last game and got punished for it in that Radiant jungle. But that dire one, much more accessible.
Slardar gonna go up on the top, man. Mad Dog's in trouble. He's gonna throw down the stud. Disruptor gets the kill. Disruptor getting gone on by AM. AM's now corrosive, hazed up. He is taking quite a bit of damage here. What's he gonna do? He's just gonna blink away, and he should be all right. And the Slardar gets away as well. He still had a mango if he ever needed it. Pretty good pickup again when you're against the AM to get that instant boost of mana to give you a stun. Looks like they're gonna have that support come. Mad Dog coming back top, lays down the corrosive haze again. Is Mad Dog gonna make a play on the Slardar? Nope, I don't think so. Just a couple more pot shots, and I think that fight will round down. So good kill from the Kirby squad there.
And that ward's immediately pinged out. They saw that go through there. I don't know if it was creeps or what, but they Ancient Emperor and Aegis Horn pinged that out as soon as it got planted. And be awarded, so 100 free gold for Mad Dog. And now Tar's going to chase Blackheart into his own tower here. Blackheart throws out the ult, but a power shot's going to end the Queen of Pain. Not quite recognizing the amount of damage that her ult is going to do versus what that Windrunner is going to do to her.
God, that power shot hits her so much now, though. Like,
A full power shot at this point is taking half of the Queen's health.
yeah, I mean, that has so much damage. That was I forgot they buffed that until I just read that. I didn't realize it was 420 damage on initial target. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, and later on in her tree, she's going to get 12%.
Oh, man. Tar gets a nice shackle. Blackheart is going to blink away, but already look at his health. Like, he's going to have to almost do a full bottle charge to get most of that health back.
Yeah, that happens again. It's a dead. And actually, here's a Sheepy walks right by the Queen of Pain here. Now he's gonna ping out this ward does come out here, so that should be scouted out. But the Cloud not gonna catch the Queen of Pain.
Might be a shackle though.
There's
Yep, that's a shackle. And
That's a dead Queen of Pain.
oh, nice rotation from Sheepy there. Secures that kill for Mr. Tar.
Yeah, honestly, Tar probably could have got that by himself, but having that Ricky there just to provide the vision. The walking ward, Ricky Maru is, and performing his duties adequately enough.
Yeah, that max shackle shot build from Tar is really causing some problems up there on the mid lane.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Well, there's not really a lot of reason to get more levels in Windrun at this point. Your physical damage people are in the other lanes. They're not likely to rotate that way, so you don't really need it that much.
And Tar does pick up that mid tower, so at 11 minutes, the mid tier 1 does fall. AA ult comes up on Maltar. Looks like Sheepy's going to get a pretty easy kill. One more blink. He still might die. Looks like he wants to go for the PA now. Go for the bigger target. AA chilling touch comes out. Oh man, Sheepy is diving hard. Tricks of the trade comes up. Oh, but he misses. Gate comes up, locks him in there. Oh man, did Sheepy dive too far? Brings him back in. Nice glimpse from the Disruptor. Disruptor doesn't. Lays down the lightning strike. Here comes the blocker. Oh, the Cloud misses though, and allows Blackheart to secure the kill. That's a nice kill going towards that mid that really needed the kill, and the PA lives.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where Ricky could have just popped Tricks of the Trade into the side shop jungle area there, picked up the Necro kill and been satisfied, but got a little too greedy going for that PA, who is the top net worth for the Radiant, but still having to dive into that tower where you can get those TP rotations is just not the play.
Yeah, really good rotation from the Disruptor too. No, being aware. AA looks like he's gonna come down. Lands on Slardar. He's in deep trouble. And here comes the oh, they're not even gonna worry about it. I thought he was gonna see a power shot come in, and I was gonna make it sound all cool, but it didn't happen. Ziggy's gonna lay some pain on Molitar now. The Necro's gonna have to back off. Does take a hit from that power shot too. God, that hurts.
Mad Dog actually shackled when after Tar hit the shackle shot, and the shackle shot lasted through the death. So maybe something if you had a point in that Hex that you could have just
Radiant's
walked in
top
and
tower has
hexed the
fallen.
Necro, shackled him, and gotten 2 kills. But
Yeah, that's a valid point, actually.
Dire's
they
middle
still
tower
collect a
is
tower
under
and a
attack.
kill, so it's not like a huge issue. But just one of those things where you maybe could have gotten a little bit more with the point in Hex.
So Sheepy's got some good visions. I don't see any sentries down here. Observer does come out from the Disruptor. Nothing on the Ricky to see it though, but he potentially was watching Disruptor's inventory when that got popped down.
He wasn't standing that far away from it. Might have been in sight too.
A soldier's fortune.
Looks like AA rotates bottom. Probably just gonna kind of hang out. There is a sentry down here. This is a Radiant
Windrunner,
sentry. Yeah.
13 minutes in, Windrunner is 1,000 gold away from Aghanims.
Oh my gosh, Tar, you are just a farming machine. I don't know what the teams are circling there. Blackheart takes a power shot. Does hit some creeps though, so not as much damage in, but still knocks him down 25% health.
So probably about time to start thinking about going for this bottom tier 1 if you're the Dire. Oh, a scan comes out. Blackheart does see Mad Dog there. Can blink ahead, but if the scan comes with a bounty, there's an easy kill. That he's waiting for the slaughter. He's going to give this rune away. We did miss the disruptor kill there on the bottom there as
Luckily, the awesome cameraman that you have hired got it, so we're all good down there.
now PA will go on Aegis Warren here, throws out Cold Feet, gonna get shackled. That will proc.
Oh no!
Well, heals are gonna come out, but it doesn't matter. Sheepy blinks in there and gets that last hit. Now Motar's in trouble, and oh, AM all just brings the pain. Blackheart in some trouble of his own, throws out the mana boots. Running for his life now, wants to blink, but knows that if he does, Ziggity will just blink right in there with it. Now, Joyfisher Shackle comes out again, and the AA ult now is going to connect on right on top. Sheepy picks up another kill. The 2-man crush for Slaughter is not going to be enough as a blink strike followed by Tricks of the Trade picks up that kill. And now Disruptor is in the middle of it again, throws out the gate, gets shackled, and now AM and Windrunner clean that one up too. PA wants more, has Tar overextended, he has a 700 bounty for the PA. Now PA has to run for her life as 3 Dire heroes want to go for this AM running into the tower, taking a ton of damage. The dagger follow through, but now the blink and our scenario there, our fight will end.
I think that was a very wise move on the PA. I don't know if he... it's nighttime, so I don't think he would have seen the Shadow Shaman, but if he would have blinked in on that AM, he definitely wouldn't have gotten the kill and probably would have died because of it. It was a very smart move.
Actually got 1,200 experience for picking up that kill on the Windrunner, so...
Ooh, PA almost gets a good hit on Ziggity. Potentially could have gotten a crit and maybe killed him. It would have been really close. I don't think it would have quite been enough, but...
So Ziggity about 400 gold away from the Desolator.
Worthy tribute.
Windrunner almost had that point booster, but now 600 gold away from it.
Many thanks.
Do you like the Echo Saber after the Vanguard on the Anti-Mage?
Man, I've honestly not seen. I guess if you want that like early game fight potential, then it's okay. Echo Saber just really doesn't seem like an anti-mage item. Like, I don't know what benefit you're getting out of it. It doesn't really help you farm faster. You're not gonna provide that much damage. You're not gonna get a crit chance or a bash chance, like without another item.
So what's interesting though about now that I'm thinking, I've never seen it before, but I think it's a little bit more interesting now that I'm thinking about it. So 2 hits, that will proc your mana. I mean, that's a potential if they have mana. You know, 64 extra damage from the mana break. But we're
Here
gonna
comes Cold Feet, and Motar's gonna get Tricks of the Traded out. Neutral Creep actually picks up the kill there. Now Evo having to run for the life. Wards get dropped in the middle of nowhere, followed by Disruptor all onto the Shadow Shaman. Dagger's gonna come out, and then the Glimpse gonna bring Mad Dog back into it. He's got Lightning Strike on him, but there are enough enemy heroes around here that they're not be able to. Joy Thief now gets Cold Feet, has to run back away. Mad Dog actually does get killed by the Queen of Pain, who blinks into the backline now. Wants Aegis Warren, not gonna get him. And as this is going on, Tar is trying to take out this tier 2, throws a shackle shot, but it does not connect on Motar. Power shot almost connects. Now on the bottom lane, Ricky in some trouble having to throw out Tricks of the Trade to try to get away. Corrosive Haze on him and blinks out and away.
Wow, it was a crazy fight. I was just trying as much as I can just to stay focused on stuff that was going on, but it was There's a lot of stuff going on there. Holy cow.
So yeah, I mean, I guess theory crafting, like, yeah, you get like another 120 damage and 120 mana burned away potentially. It just seems like that if you went like for the Manta style that and had illusion, something like that, it might be a little bit more effective. Another shackle shot does miss there, not connecting on the PA, who's just gonna like walk away. And we've hit that time for LSC where they're gonna start grouping and pushing. Everybody's heading into this mid lane. Tar throws the focus fire up onto the tower. A nice gate comes up from the disruptor. Gonna glimpse the Windrunner back into the middle of things. Now the PA gonna blink in, but now we have Windrunner back. And then a nice shackle shot onto 2. Disruptor ult in the middle of that. Necro ult does not kill Ziggity. Magic shield for the win there. Oh, the Mad Dog's gonna pay for it with his life. Definitely could have gone worse there. Oh, Queen of Pain blinks right over the top of Tar. Dagger's going to come through, but not going to do enough damage, and they're going to be able to back away there. So they lose Mad Dog, but that's about it. It requires...
Oh, man. Is Sheepy going to go for this? No, they're going to shrine up.
Oh,
Oh, my gosh! Wow!
All right, the nice little backstab damage.
Uh-oh!
You have
He's
a
going to
good
regret that decision. Tar comes out, misses the shackle shot. Queen goes up on Tar, starts blasting her down, but she's got the Windrun on. Oh, man! Nice glimpse from the Disruptor. Lays the pain down, and Tar is down for the count. And that is a nice bounty for the Queen of Pain.
So just when I think LSC's like got this under control, and they can just kind of like slowly, methodically suffocate Kirby out, they kind of overextend their hand a little bit, starting with that pushing the mid lane. They didn't quite have everybody in position, so when Windrunner got glimpsed back, the fight was a little chaotic. They ended up only losing one hero, but then Ricky getting a little greedy and Tar trying to save. You know, that'll get you killed more than anything's trying to save when the hero is definitely dead.
I never do that.
Dire's middle tower
Yeah.
is under attack.
The Shadow Shaman actually changing the build up this game, not going to go for that first item refresher, and instead going to look to...
Got a little action on bottom lane. Martar is running away from the Sheepy, but does throw up the... Ah, and I already forgot what it's called! No! Ghost Shroud. It was Ghost something. That's all I had in my head. Ah, so sad. Been getting the Corrosive Haze, but I messed that one up. So it did go on him. Didn't end up getting the kill. Looks like this Disruptor's just kind of waddling around bottom, but the Dire does know he's there because they have a ward right there. So they actually think he warded there. They didn't notice he didn't have any ward inventory. So Blackheart does get gone on by the Ancient Apparition, but nothing can lock him in position. Oh man, Ricky gets caught out by the PA and the Slardar there. I don't know. He must have.
It's a reveal of the Blink Dagger, I believe.
Oh, that's what happened. He went on the PA and Slardar came in. So probably a little bit of a greedy play there. I don't think he would have been able to kill the PA, but
Yeah, it's probably more if he thought that he was safe to farm, because PA can't really do anything by himself, but then got Blink Stun, Corrosive Haze by the Slardar.
yeah, definitely a little bit of a late Blink Digger, but that is a big item. He desperately needed that, so this will probably be a dead tier 1 mid. However, here comes an AA ult, and that, I think that's probably a dead Necro unless he gets a good beam out. Oh my gosh, that shackle shot was close. Dagger comes in to give a little cover fire to his allies, but Mullinjar runs into a rookie, gets taken out, and there, oh man, AA gets taken out. PA just gonna have to run now though. That Windrunner ult is gonna lay down the pain. Is that a diffusal blade? No, I don't, oh, it was the Echo Saber. Slowed him down. PA turns around and just annihilates the Rikimaru. Oh man, Rikimaru and Shadow Shaman's dead. Is Tar? He did get glimpse. Can't re-glimpse. Queen of Pain is gonna try to find him. Is Tar gonna be able to get out of here? No. No TP.
What happened to Black?
Evading out. Trying to hide.
The knows where this is happening. No, he doesn't.
No TP though. Tar didn't get a TP on his way through the shop.
They have no idea. They're just kind of pinging in random places. They don't.
Oh, he did power shot. That was pretty ballsy. He's good though. They weren't ready for that. I think they already thought he left. Whew, that could have been a lot. That was already bad, and that could have actually been worse. I missed the fight recap, but wonder if the graphs are updated yet.
Now Sheepy's gonna go in onto the Necro, but throws out Ghost Shroud. and
Dyer's
able to
middle
walk
tower
away.
is under attack.
You know, Sheepy, I think this is one of those games, especially with the Ghost Shroud coming up, that I think the Diffusal Blade's almost certainly better than Echo Saber on this Ricky Morrow.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. That last fight, he got Echo Sabered. He Echo Sabered one of the heroes he was going on in the PA, and it slowed him down, but then he got just turned around because it wasn't exactly probably when you wanted the slow to happen. So, and there was definitely a couple times he was trying to go in the Necro, but the Echo Saber was off on cooldown because he already used it.
Yeah, and just being able to purge off that Ghost Shroud and also
Oh,
get
it's
mana burn
purgeable?
from that Tricks of the Trade. It should be if it acts like Ghost Scepter.
Oh, I didn't know it was purgeable.
I
Yeah,
don't know if it is
that's
or not, but I would have.
if it is, that's very good. I don't think it has a tooltip. No,
They
it's
are
not a
actually
tooltip.
going to,
Dyer's middle
smoke
tower
up here.
is under attack.
Oh man, that's a very dead PA there.
Dyer's middle tower has fallen.
Had a
Dyer's
ward there, and
smoke wrap there
is under
ends up
attack.
in a nice kill for the Dire as they take out PA, who had a nice 5-kill mega streak.
that was a very nice use of the ward there. They knew the PA was farming the ancients, smoked in, got the kill. Slardar.
Ziggity blinks right on top of Slardar, but Slardar's not going to take any chances. They're just going to head on out.
Slardar's going an item you don't see very often. He's going for the Solar Crest after that Blink Dagger.
Oh wow, that's
Just to add some extra minus armor, I guess.
Radiant's bottom tower is
man.
under
They
That will
just
be it.
want full light up for that PA. So whoever the
Radiant
PA goes on
structures
just gets
are
deleted.
fortified.
That's kind of nuts actually.
It's
They
gonna, and they could use it defensively too. So if it's a hero that's not the
Dyer's
PA, they
top
could
tower
add
is under
evasion to
attack.
them.
Radiant's bottom tower
So like
has
if
fallen.
the Queen of Pain is in some trouble, you can always give her that buff. And so I just looked it up on the wiki. Ghost Shroud is dispellable, so Purge
Wow.
should work.
Okay, I did not know that. Yeah, I think that's an essential pickup now. Slardar's going to get kited pretty hard by this, but here comes the PA, lays down, but here comes the win run. PA's going to get gone on now. Can he pick up the AA before he... Oh, wow, there goes the crit. And now PA's in a bit of trouble now. Can't use any of her spells. Going to start hitting Tar, but Tar has the ult and just mauls that PA down. Uh-oh. Tar gets obliterated by the Necro ult. And now they're going to go on Sheepy, but I don't think they have any reveals, so I think he's going to get away.
So still a pretty even trade. 2 cores for a core and a support, but Tar's just been pretty dominant in this game, and so he's going to give a little bit more bounty than either the Slardar does.
Was this the Sheepy? Yeah, there's Sheepy. So Sheepy does have his Echo Saber. Opted to go for the Yasha next. Looks like he's going to go for the full Diffusal. Or not Diffusal. Ugh, Manta. Jeez, I can't talk. What do you think about Manta on him?
I mean, it's pretty good, and adds some agility. Maybe gives you a little bit more. I'm not really sure. I still think that Diffuse is probably the
A
better
gift from the
choice, or
country's
like a
mind.
Basher or something like that. Like take
Ziggity,
really
you are
effective use.
so far out of position.
Yeah.
And
Looks like
Blink?
does not have an alt here.
Oh!
A nice little dagger crit followed by the blink strike crit. So Ziggity getting a little too big for his britches and paying for it there.
Yeah, he was.
Shine.
He got that. He wanted that bounty rune, and he was very deep. Those bounty runes can be a big risk, big reward kind of play, but definitely not worth in that
I
scenario.
think from the Dire side, it's just too risky to really go for those Radiant ones. The Dire off lane bounty is kind of hard to get to. The Dire safe lane one is really easy. It's really not that hard to get up there and get that one. It's much more exposed. So I think players like get used to playing on Radiant and being able to like go and snipe that a bunch, and don't realize how deep you have to go on the Radiant. Like you really have to go a long ways for both of those runes on Radiant.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Those bounty runes just are giant. They're almost like pieces of candy, and you're like, I want it so bad, but you know you shouldn't, and then you end up doing it anyways because you're like, since I'm aware of it, I'll get myself out of the air. But Doesn't usually
Yeah,
happen.
they're up here in the mid lane. Looks like, and smoke does come out, so probably, yep, another little wraparound play called out by the Captain Tar. And so Ziggity gonna lead the way. He does have a demon edge now, so it's doing a decent
Dude,
amount of
I don't
right
think they
click.
know about this, but PA does have BKB online.
He is hiding in the trees there. Sheepy's gonna be the one. The smokes will break, but Fog is still protecting him. Now the shackle goes on to Blackheart, followed by the ult. The silence does come out onto the Windrunner, so he will die. PA is going to BKB, going for Ziggity. Oh, a nice crit from the dagger there, and oh, the blink! They blinked at the same time, so PA blinks to the wrong spot. In the meantime, in the background, Aegis Warren's going to pick up Joy Thief. Ziggity kind of looked like he wanted to go for PA. Now PA is like, maybe I don't want to be here. He's going to get shackled up by Mad Dog. Attacked by all these supports. Cold Feet does happen. Oh, and
Wow.
Mana Void to blink back in there and take that. So I thought things were looking pretty okay for Kirby, but the PA just kind of overextended, leaving the team to die to LSC. And 4 kills for the 1 coming out there for LSC. So
Yeah, unfortunately, I think that was a bit of an error chasing AM so far. I know that he's the biggest kill, and you definitely want to get it if you can, but when you miss that blank strike, you pretty much fully committed to going on AM, and since you didn't get it, all of your DPS pretty much went away, and your team kind of
Well,
suffered
the
because
problem
of it.
wasn't really on that blink strike, because he blinks to the place where AM used to be. He needed to just turn around right at that point and be like,
Yeah.
okay, AM's gone, like, we can't do that. Gotta go help the team. And the team also needs to be like, hey, get back here. You know, so it's one of those things, because you get tunnel vision as a carry, right? You're like, I want this kill, I want this kill, I want this kill. And in the background, your team needs to be like, hey, like, we're getting killed back there. You need to come
Oh,
back.
nice dodge. Tricks of the trade from Sheepy. Good play there.
That was a pretty delayed reaction from the Queen of Pain. That Tricks of the Trade went out really early, and still throws out the Sonic Wave, so that's down for 2 minutes now.
Man, this Slardar really wants to go all minus armor. He's going the AC next just to add even more of that minus armor.
Wow.
Gives them some too, but they're gonna have all kinds of minus armor for whoever they want to blow up.
And the really nice thing is it's going to help with killing towers, because their lineup's not really that great at killing buildings. The PA and the Slider are the only ones that can really hit it right now. Maybe
Another
in the
smoke
later
from
games.
LSC comes out. Going. It looks like they're gonna. I would imagine probably hedged a little wraparound. Probably. Oh, they're gonna go for Roche. Never mind.
And this is actually going to get spotted out.
Yes, it is. They see it. PA, you don't want to be in there, my friend.
Right into this. He's going to walk right into this. He doesn't have BKB. Okay, there it goes. Now that the Destructor Out comes out, Mad Dog's going to die there. Ziggity's trying to go one-on-one with the PA, but the Mana Void doesn't connect, but does die anyway to the physical attacks now. Now Slaughter wants to go. Tricks of the Trade does come out. Throws out the Corrosive Haze onto the Snapper. That's going to get killed by... by Sheepy. Evo is in some trouble now, too. He's going to burst there, and 4 more die again.
Oh no,
Was,
Blackheart
really
wasn't there.
Yep. I think if you have, and even if she was there, did not have Sonic Wave, so that's where that missed Sonic Wave really comes into play. You have a Sonic Wave to go on top of that Destructor Ult, that fight probably goes differently.
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
Gonna try to take a nice little trade here, though. Try to get a tier 2. I don't know if she's gonna be able to do it, because Mad Dog's going to come in here and force her to back off. So Roshan is down. It will go on to Tar. No trades available for Kirby, so things quickly spiraling out of control. Again, so like they were down by 6,000 net worth and 4,000 XP, but then they got the XP to their side by 4K and got gold zeroed out, and now the graph's just taking another dip.
I mean, it's not bad considering, you know, it's only 4,000, but boy, this is when your lineup should be shining. I mean, the whole point of this lineup, like we were saying, 24 to 35, roughly 40 minutes. I mean, this should be your time to shine, and it doesn't look like that.
And they have the timings on the items that they want. Like, they have the BKB, they have the Blink Dagger. It's just kind of stacking these things together. It looks like Disruptor was going the mech. Maybe the Necro should have picked up mech instead of the pipe, which is only going to really protect you from the burst damage on the AA, the Ether Shock, and Power Shot, I guess. So they're going to go for a Ziggity here. He does blink in, silence, now crush. Corrosive Haze is going to come onto there. Now the burst damage uses the Sonic Wave. Don't know if that was really needed. 2-minute cooldown for that kill, but they secure it anyway. 400 gold bounty goes to the Queen of Pain. Oh no, it's
Ooh. Tar just picked up probably a very important item for him. He has now MKB.
Invisibility.
Yep, and that just means this PA is
Super fragile.
Anti-Mage is about to finish his too, so they're gonna have a lot to be able to right-click down this PA now.
Ooh, no kidding.
and it makes that Solar Crest that was picked up is kind of not as good. Oh, a nice little shackle there coming out here onto the Necro and the PA. The ult is used on the Necro and not the PA. Sheepy's going to go in, throws Tricks of the Trade out, not able to catch anybody there. The Disruptor throws out the gate to just make sure nobody follows, but
I think Sheepy's going to pick up their Evo here.
Oh, the Disruptor, nice little slow coming out from that Echo Saber and picks up a mega kill streak there.
Is under attack.
Tar wants more. He's kind of hiding out here.
Oh, no,
Sheepy
Blackheart.
couldn't get an angle. Oh, he doesn't see it. He didn't see it, and he didn't have Blink either. If he had Blink, maybe he can get a line on that tree there, but probably not without it.
Here comes Tar.
Radiant's bottom tower
Ooh.
is under attack.
I don't know what happened there, but the Shadow Shaman missed a shackle there. That might have been a dead PA. AA ult does come in, nicks the PA, doesn't hit Blackheart though. Slardar comes in,
Rush comes out.
gonna blast Tar. Oh, nice! Again, shackled. God, his shackles are just on par. Tricks of Trade is just gonna wreck that PA, and I don't think that dagger's gonna kill Tar either.
Or maybe a little callback. Yeah, we get the glimpse back into the middle of things. The heal does come out, but it's not going to do enough. Lotar gets shackled up now. AM's there. Cold Feet connects. Aegis will fall, but so will the Necro. That's 5 down from Kirby. And LSC has taken the reins here. They're going to get this tower. They could get tier 3 fairly easily. Maybe even a set of barracks, depending on... yeah, that ult's almost up here with the 5 Aghanims ult coming out from... and MKB up on the anti-mage too now, so they have so much raw damage for the Solar Crest, the PA, like, which is what Aniac was talking earlier about, I believe, but crazy.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Yeah, I think they can get a Rax here pretty easy. That ult's already charged back up.
Tar's play has just been on point today between the Lina and now all these shackles.
I think I've seen him hit more shackles than miss shackles. It's been crazy.
Oh, there's definitely been more hits than misses. Like the misses have been pretty far and few.
I thought you were gonna say the other way. I'm like, what? What game are you watching?
No. Like, I don't even think it's been close. I think he's hit 90% of his shackles. Like, it's been a pretty phenomenal game. We were talking about how skill shots can make or break a game, and they have definitely made this game.
Looks like the Radiant do want to defend this tier 1. Their ults are all up, but Ziggity's going to go very aggressively in there and lay down the Necro ult. He's going to survive it, though. That mana shield. Here comes the Queen of Pain. Doesn't end up killing Ricky Maru. Tar is still online. Going to start backing off from that Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain is going to not decide to go back in. PA does buy back, though. They really need to pursue with that PA buyback. But the Radiant is just going to simply TP out.
Good dive.
Yes. Words. Damn.
I think the Mad Dog got a tower there, which is nice. I think if he's in the middle of that fight, though, that LSE wins it pretty handily. So just kind of one of those things where like team communication and knowing that like you're all on the same path, like the same plan. He is looking to pick up that refresher orb again. Again, a little disappointed. I really want to see that Aghanims. I feel that in theory it's much better. But...
Yeah, he almost had it last game, but it was at the very end. Looks like they want that last tier 2 so they can probably start picking up shrines.
Okay, so you are Kirby, and you have to get back into this game. How do you do it?
Let's see here. Do they have smokes?
They have... I don't know. How do you...
I think you can pick up
Used
their
to be able to
shop.
just like really easily tell.
I can't tell.
Yeah, it just
So,
says smoke, so I'm not sure.
say they have a smoke. I think what they need to do is they know where the objectives is going to be, and
Okay, they have one on Disruptor right now.
they know where the objective is where they're gonna go from the objective. They're probably gonna go for the objective and then go for a shrine.
To the Necrophos, and now there's Cloud. The AL is not going to connect because Tars is going to get that kill. He has Desolator now. It looks like the blinks come in from the a nice shackle again onto the Slaughter, and now and the alt onto the Necro or to the PA just destroys her. NKB plus Deso is just going to annihilate this PA. This could potentially just be GG. She's out for 70 seconds. Disruptor's going to die too. Blackheart's running for her life. She can't do anything here. Alt's still down for 27 seconds. This is easily the tier 2 tower, probably the tier 3, and Rax. They don't even need to play it safe here. This is just the game push.
Yeah, what I was gonna say does not matter anymore, unfortunately.
I mean, if you look at the net worths, like, look at the Ancient Apparition. Higher net worth than all heroes except for the Queen of Pain on the Radiant. Like, you have an Ancient Apparition who is the 5 spot. Well, played like the 5 spot, has the gold of the 4 spot, but has more gold than your Phantom stuff.
And this is not going to go well. Buybacks do come out from the side of Kirby, but Ziggity just puts them back in the well. Unfortunately for Kirby, I'm all for playing to the end, but I think this game is over.
Yeah, and if anybody is going to get, MVP status, and I feel that he's played really well in all the games, all the matches that we've seen, it's definitely Tar. Like, the captain of LSC has just played lights out today, dominated the middle lane in game 1, dominated the shackle shots in game 2, just really doing an outstanding job all around today.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that. Tar has had one heck of a series, that's for sure. Looks like Queen of Pain want to try see if they can pop AM, but it isn't going to happen. In fact, Tar's going to get another shackle shot and just let his AA get a kill. What a nice captain, letting that support get a kill. Looks like they want to see if they can get some kills before the end of the game. They really want Ziggity. Gonna go for it. Gonna beat him down to the grave. Gets a pretty massive, but guess what Tar says? Get out of here! Oh, but Tar ends up going down.
He gets 1,600 gold for killing Tar there.
Ooh. So I think
we're gonna play this out because it is a best of 2, and why the heck not? But Mega Creeps now. They don't have much in the way of wave clear. They don't really have Maelstrom carriers either. I guess the PA could pick one up. Queen could, but it's not that great. But again, it just felt like this game came down to execution, and LSE just out-executed Kirby, which I think is something that we've kind of said a lot. So I think that speaks a lot to what LSE is doing in terms of like game planning and practice and things like that.
The other thing I'll say too, I think Kirby's draft was a slightly more difficult to execute. I don't think I really like the Necro support. I kind of liked the draft to their last pick. It was PA was their last pick. I almost felt the Necro is someone they wanted to play, but they didn't really have a plan for it. It kind of felt out of the entire draft. I think if that Necro would have been a different hero, this game could have been a lot different.
Yeah, it just seems like maybe the game plan didn't quite work out the way they wanted to, which, it happens, especially when you're trying to kind of theory craft a new hero, which essentially Necro is a new hero right now, so didn't quite work out, but they can go back to the drawing board and come back to it.
I think their play as a team was pretty good considering, though. I think their first game had a much stronger draft. I think the second game maybe slightly weaker. And that was probably their fall in game 2. But even then, they played pretty decent considering. Ziggity's just going crazy. Just trying to have some fun, lay down some pain. They do end up picking him off. AAL does come in. Even, I think he's got Scepter by now, right? Yeah, he does. So even by now, I don't think the Scepter's going to be enough to kill him. However, he does have... oh my gosh, that AA is so freaking rich. Oh my gosh. Octarine Core? Are you kidding me? I don't think I've ever seen an AA with an Octarine Core. Oh, man.
Yeah, I definitely agree, though. I think Game 1 was more of an outplay, and game 2 was probably more of an outdraft. I wasn't crazy about the Windrunner pick, but man, Tar played lights out and did very well.
I think I don't remember who said it was PPD or it was one of those captains really good was like, sometimes you just got to trust your mid and say, hey, who can you win this lane with? And they say, this hero. All right, I disagree with you, but I trust you. Wow, and Shackle's freaking Roshan too. I didn't even know you could do that.
All those nice little trees there behind him.
I wasn't sure if the cliff would block that or not, but yeah, it's pretty slick.
I'm pretty sure it goes over all cliffs.
So now Tar is immortal. Gonna just pop his bottle into his backpack. I will say, I think the backpack is probably one of the best enhancements in Dota.
Cloud didn't quite.
Oh my! Wow! What a power shot!
That was like max range right
I mean,
there.
I know the Ricky would have gotten it too, but still, like, that was one hell of a power shot. Oh my gosh.
Here comes the end. I'm gonna hide over into the side here, maybe try to get a little bit of gank next to the shrine. But they're like, nah, we don't want to walk next to that shrine. We'll go this way.
Poor PA. She's fairly close to her KB, but it's not going to happen by the end of the game. One set of wards is down.
Exciting night of Dota.
I know. Freaking this heat in my room. I got to figure something out. Oh, hey.
The disruptor here goes on. Gonna pick up a kill here. Queen of Pain is dead as well still. Buyback comes from the disruptor and the PA as they die. Tar's just chasing people into the fountain. Gets glimpsed back. Blade Mail comes out from Motar. Not going to hit anything. The ult does come out now. Aegis is popped, but Necro dies as well. Oh, a nice little crush. 2-man crush there. Ziggity's going to die. Aegis 1, maybe. No, not going to die. PA and Ricky are just ultra kill. Maybe a Rampage coming out here. Yes! Rampage from the GP to close things out. Ending it in style is LSC as they pick up a 2-0 sweep of Kirby Squad.
So I think we already talked about kind of our thoughts on the end of the game. You guys have anything up to wrap it up?
No, I think we covered it in pretty extensive detail. Tar is definitely the MVP both for his draft and his play. Kirby Squad had flashes of really good play, but just not quite where they need to be to match up with LSC.
Yeah, I think that'll wrap it up again. I believe we are going to be back next Thursday, 8 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Eastern for another AD2L. We're going to continue to follow LSC. I'm fairly sure. They don't post schedules, I think, that far in advance, but I'm fairly confident they've been having all their games on Thursday, so we'll probably be continuing their coverage of LSC as they start going their way through the AD2L. I don't think I have the rankings up yet. No, I don't. So otherwise I'd show those. But
I believe currently LSC was in like 3rd place, and Kirby Squad was maybe in 4th or 5th. So
okay, pretty close.
LSC is going to be continuing to move up the rankings with 2 points. Just that 2-game series just makes for interesting rankings just because they probably change so much week to week. But here, as I look at it right now, 3rd place for LSC and 4th place for Kirby Squad. So they'll get 2 points. LSC will get 2 points depending on how Ding Dongs do tonight, and it looks like they lost 2-0. So LSC will jump up into 2nd place after tonight. Prancing Roosters will solidify their 1st place with a 2-0 victory over Ding Dongs. So looks like it'll be Prancing Roosters with 9 points, then LSC with 6, Ding Dongs with 5, Kirby Squad with 3, and then Warlocks at the Beach and NOUR haven't played yet. So
cool. Well, thanks for that. Well, I think this will wrap it up. We'll hopefully have you guys join us back on Thursday night for some more AD2L action for Legion 170 and Maniac. I'm Sequoia. Later, guys.
See ya.